everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here, a very, very warm welcome to you. My name's Emily and I am a knitter, crocheter and very occasional sewer. Today's episode is my usual podcast, so I'll be covering any updates, any finished objects, any works in progress that I've worked on in the last week, any cast-ons and any acquisitions. Before we get stuck in, how are we all? I hope that you're all doing well and that you've had a lovely week so far. I also hope if you've celebrated that you had a lovely Easter. I am doing better than I was. I mean, yesterday was an extremely stressful day at work, but yeah, I don't know what else I can say. It's been a bit of a whirlwind, I think the word is to say. I mean, I knew it was going to be busy this time of year anyway, but yeah. It hasn't really let up since December, so I am definitely feeling a sense of burnout for sure. So I'm hoping things really calm down soon because something's got to give, you know? Just can't keep on like this. It's not ideal. I mean, my face is breaking out, I'm sure you can see. And that tends to happen when I'm getting extremely stressed and low energy. I've not been sleeping massively well, but there are many factors counting into that. I mean, I've been sleeping fine, but I wake up and I'm just exhausted. So yeah, I think those are the signs, you know, the signs that I need a holiday. And fortunately enough, our holiday is coming because, as you will most likely know, we are on holiday going to Bergen soon. So that's going to be really, really good, much needed for both of us, I think. And also a quick thank you to all of you for your kind wishes last week. You didn't need to give any kind wishes, but I really do appreciate it. It's very kind of you. I also know that I didn't need to apologise, but I am British. We apologise for everything. So, and I also didn't mean to get upset. That was not my plan. But we're all human at the end of the day and we all have emotions. So, and I think it's probably, I did and ah about editing that part out, but in true me style, I didn't really want to, I try to edit my videos as little as possible because I prefer you to see me as I am. And I feel like you can perhaps connect with me in a better way if I'm not editing out moments where I'm having a bit of a moment. So that's why I left it in. I'm glad I did. And again, thank you all for your kind thoughts. It was very kind of you and very much appreciated. Okay, so we're going to get stuck in and I'm going to start with updates. The biggest update that I have for you is that I still have not filmed my behind the seams episode 3. There is a big reason for that, and that is simply that the Cotton Cuts Puzzle Mystery Quilt Clue 3, brain, woo! The Clue 3 of the Cotton Cuts Puzzle Mystery Quilt, it's quite a tongue twister that actually. I didn't realise how much it was, but anyway, I still don't have it. I thought it was going to come through on Monday, so the 1st of April, it didn't. And then I thought, bit of grace, it's a bank holiday here in the UK, although the company is based in America. I'm not entirely sure how Easter Monday works for yourselves in America, whether you get it off as a bank holiday, I'm not sure. Either way, it wasn't, you know, I was fine with it, you know, I was kind of expecting it not to come in on the Monday. I was hoping it was going to be like an automated thing, but it didn't come in, so that was fine. So I didn't film that. I could have filmed it, but I just kind of thought I feel like my behind the seams series started with the Puzzle Mystery Quilt. So I kind of want each clue to be sewn throughout the series, basically. So I'm going to wait until Clue 3 comes in. It's still not with me today, which is the Wednesday, the 3rd of April. So if it's not with me by the end of the week, I might email them and just check that they still have me on their system. But yeah, it's not with me yet. So I wasn't able to film behind the seams today either. So what that means is it's very unlikely that I'm going to be able to film behind the seams before I go away. Might be able to do it at the weekend, but I really don't want to rush myself because Rob and we need to go shopping, get some last minute supplies, and also we need to pack. So I'd rather have a bit of a chill weekend and not worry about filming, the chaos of filming. So I think that's what I'm going to do. The behind the scenes is not going to be coming next week. So this week you're going to get this video, which you will have seen or you are watching now. Next week, you will get my month-end wrap-up, which is filmed, it is ready, but I'm going to hold it back until next week just to make sure that you have a video next week as well. I'm not going to stress, I'm not going to rush myself. That's what I'm doing. And then I'll film behind the scenes as and when I get that Cotton Cuts mystery puzzle, mystery quilt clue 3. And then I can figure out when I'm going to film behind the scenes. So that is my update for you all. And now we're on to finished objects. Once again, I have no finished objects this week, which is ridiculous because Lois the Cormorant is still waiting to be sewn up. That's all I have left to do on her, and then she's finished. So what am I doing, right? We all know that I am not the best when it comes to sewing ends in, sewing things up. It's just, I need to be in the right frame of mind, and I've clearly not been in the right frame of mind for that. Hopefully April will be the month that I actually finish her and I start on Agnes the Heron. But it is what it is, so there are no finished objects this week. On to works in progress. I do have a number of them sitting to my right, and I'm quite excited to show you because I've picked up especially one that's been waiting for a little bit and that you've not seen for a couple of episodes, so I'm quite excited. But the first item that I have worked on this week has been, let me grab it, you've just seen it probably, but it is the lovely, oh my gosh, I need a haircut, all right? It's a bit unruly at the minute. The lovely Sweet Shop blanket by Laura Penrose, and it is just beautiful. It's rather big now, I will say, but all I have done is finished off this square and then started this square. I've not done a lot, I really haven't. But I've just been, what is actually happening here? Oh, there we go. I've just been really preoccupied last week for obvious reasons, and preoccupied with other things. You know, it's just how it is, it's how it goes. We sometimes cannot put things down, and then sometimes we cannot pick them up. So that is what has happened with this. But I still absolutely adore it. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Excuse me. I think it's going to be just the most used and loved blanket in our house when I have finished it. I mean, look at it. It's gorgeous. I think in any colour it would be beautiful. It just really makes these beautiful colours sing. So these hand-dyed colours are hand-dyed by the amazing Attic Spin Dye, and they were from their Beatrix Potter subscription club from, I believe it was 2022, and there were 12 months of it. 12 months, the most obvious thing I've ever said. 12-month subscription, and we got 100 grams each month. Now, 2 of the months there were actually 2 50-gram skeins, but I am loving this blanket. It is so gorgeous. I'm holding the yarn double, so it's fingering weight that I'm holding double, making it into a DK weight. But it's absolutely gorgeous. What is that? There we go. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I'm really pleased. I think this is going to be such a fantastic reading cozy blanket. It's just going to be perfect, and in all these Beatrix Potter inspired colorways as well. It's just going to be so cozy, and I'm just like, I cannot wait for it to be finished because I want to use it, but equally I do really enjoy working on it when I pick it up. So I kind of don't want it to end, but I also do, if that makes sense. But it is absolutely beautiful, and every time I look at it, no matter what angle I look at it, it's just beautiful. And I think it's probably the best thing I could have done with these colorways, because I do feel like I needed each color to sing for themselves, and I feel like this pattern just really does that perfectly. I am using each color multiple times, so you will see a number of the colors repeated, some more than others. So the 50 grams I'm going to be doing 5 squares each, and for the other 8, oh, I tried to figure this out earlier, but I couldn't remember. But for the 100 grams, the 4 50-gram skeins, I am doing, what am I doing? 5 squares. And then for the remaining 10 100-gram skeins, I am doing, is it 8? 8 squares, and then one of the colorways I need to do 7. I can't remember the maths exactly, but that is a roundabout figure. Altogether, I need 99 squares from memory. So all the schematics are on my tablet, so I know exactly what's happening and what's going on, how many times I've used a particular colour. and so on, and so where that particular colour is within the blanket. So I've got it quite well mapped. It's just, it's hard to explain when I'm not looking at my tablet, if you know what I mean. But that is the absolutely gorgeous Sweet Shop blanket by Laura Penrose using the beautifully hand-dyed yarn by Attic Spin Dye. So that one. Put that over there. Right, the next one that I have to show you is the gorgeous April Snow Wrap by Andreas Ruthman, and I'm really pleased with my progress on this because there we are, there it is. Oh my gosh, there we go. So that's the start of the wrap at the bottom, and then I have finally finished this section, so the striping section, and I'm back to the colour pooling section. So let's bring this closer. There you are. As you can see, where the colour changes in this grey section, I'm changing the nature of the stitch. I'm trying not to get it in my cup of tea. I'm changing the nature of the stitch so it goes from garter stitch to stockinette stitch. And I think it's really effective. I've never done a colour pooling project, assigned pooling project before, so this has been absolutely fantastic. I really enjoyed working on it. And then this section was just striping back and forth with the two different yarns, and it's, again, really effective. I think it's beautiful. So what is left with the shawl, the wrap? I keep calling it a shawl, it's a wrap. Obviously this bottom block of colour, and then we've got the striping section, and now we're going to have another block of this grey with the assigned pooling. Then there will be another section of this lovely striping effect, and then we will finish probably with the reverse of what happened at the start. So that is what's going to happen. I think it's gorgeous. I think it's absolutely genius, the pattern. It's been so much fun to make. It is the April Snow Wrap by Andreas Ruthman. I do highly recommend it. It is ridiculous fun. The yarn I'm using was actually dyed by the amazing Zakami yarn, and they were doing kits. I don't know whether it was, if it was designed in collaboration with Zakami yarns. It may have been, but the sample that Andreas had on his pattern, the yarn was dyed by Zakami yarn, so it could be that it was a collaboration. It probably says that when I bought the kit, but we know what I am like. I am ridiculous. So either way, the yarn I'm using is by Zakami yarn, and the colourways I'm using are, oh, my little divider is somewhere else. So the yarn I'm using, excuse me, I've got a bit of fluff on my nose, which is usual. The colour, the main colour that I'm using, so that grey with this grey with the lovely changing of colour, oh gosh, is called Portable. Can you see that? Yeah, I think so. Portable Campfire, that's this one here, Portable Campfire. And then the contrast yarn, which is that brown colourway, is this one here, which is called Cinnamon Stone. So those are the yarn labels. That is the yarn I'm using. The makeup of the yarn is 100% organic fine merino, and that is fingering weight, and it is non-superwash. So I say this many, many times, in that this project is actually 3 firsts in one for me. It is a first in terms that I've never used non-superwash yarn before. It is a first because I've never done an assigned pooling project before, and it is a first because I've never striped back and forth using 2 different yarns. It's clever, I love it, and I do highly recommend the pattern. It's wonderful. So once again, that is the lovely April Snow Wrap by Andreas Ruthman using the lovely Zakami yarn. Right, so that is, oh wait, hold the phone. I haven't shown you my actual progress. I just said I finished the stripy section. So that is where I got to last week, and then I'm here. So I've done a couple of inches, which is good. My main focus, which is why it was all I said at the start, was I wanted to get to this next grey assigned pooling section. So goal accomplished, really, for the week. So on to the next work in progress, and this one I'm really happy that I've picked up again, to be honest. It's taken me a little while to pick it up again, just because I'm always a bit when it comes to doing what the next task was. There's so many tasks that I find a bit mostly tying in ends. In fact, I wish I had, because they are being troublesome right now. But anyway, without further ado, the next project that I have worked on this last week, if I can untangle it, oh my goodness, oh, there we go, is the absolutely beautiful Dartmoor Sweater by Kadri. So here it is. And as you can see, I have finally cast on one of the sleeves and done a fair amount of work on it actually. But if I turn it round, this is the sweater with those lovely I-cord seams down the back of the shoulder. I think it's really effective the way it looks. It's gorgeous. And as I say, I have cast on for that sleeve now. It does look a bit funny. I think sleeves always do tend to look a bit funny because it goes kind of a bit, you know, it always looks a bit odd to me. But there we are, a sleeve is cast on, and the sleeve doesn't look as giant as I initially thought. It's probably about as big as this sleeve, to be honest, and I wear this all the time. But yeah, that is where I'm at. So the last time you saw this, I had just bound off the body. I'd done that lovely tubular bind off the first time ever, and I really like the tubular bind off. It's just beautiful. It's such a lovely finish. It is extremely time consuming. It took me so long to do it, but it was so worth it. I think it looks amazing. But yes, as I say, I cast on the sleeve and I've knitted that far on the sleeve so far. So that is my progress on the beautiful Dartmoor sweater by Cadre. So yeah, all I've really got left to do, sew that sleeve, cast on for the second sleeve, sew that, and then sew that, knit that, oh my goodness, and then pick up for the neck, the collar, and I think it's ribbing. It probably is. And then I can call it done, which would be fantastic. Obviously, I've got to tie in loads of ends, but there we go. Okay, so the yarn I'm using, bear with me, I do have ball bands somewhere. Here we go. Right, okay. So I'm holding two yarns together to create this lovely fuzzy, dreamy effect. And the first yarn is Drops Nepal Mix. There we are. This is in colourway 0618, and the makeup of the yarn is 65% wool, 35% alpaca. It's slightly rustic. I say that about most yarns, to be honest, but it is. It's beautiful. It's actually a lot softer than I thought it was going to be, to be honest. It's lovely. So that is the first yarn that I'm holding, and then I'm holding that together with Drops Kid Silk Mohair. There we go. And the colourway for this is 12. There we are. And holding these two together creates this lovely fuzz, which is beautiful. Oh, I can't wait to wear this. I say that, but we are slowly approaching spring. Well, we're probably in spring now. We're probably approaching summer. I'm probably not going to be able to wear it for very long, but at least it'll be ready for winter. So that is the main thing I'm focusing on here. It's gorgeous. I love it, and it's been really, really fun to make. Most of it has just been stockinette, don't get me wrong, but because the yarn is quite thick, it's just a bit quicker to knit than if I was doing it in fingering weight, for example. So yeah, I really, really like it. Okay, so what I've got next. Oh, all right. The next item that I have to show you is Queen Elizabeth II. As you can see, she's not finished, but I have sewn in the ends for her shoes. My apologies, Your Majesty, but I have sewn in the ends that were, there we go, give her a bit of modesty. I would show you her bloomers. She's got bloomers, but I feel a bit weird doing that, like lifting her dress and showing you her bloomers. But she does have very, very cute little bloomers on underneath as well. So if you do make her, you get the joy of making the little bloomers. It's adorable, but I just feel weird showing you. But her shoes are done. Then I have her little bracelet there. So this was crocheting with some ruby beads. This is loose. I did slip this over her hand earlier. There we are. So that's a nice little bit of bling she has there. And then she also has her crown, which I think is amazing. I really like this crown. I have just sat it on her head. I've not sewn it to her head because I just feel like it'll ruin her hair, and I don't want to ruin her hair. I want her to have lovely bouncy hair. So this is the crown. Again, using those ruby beads. And I really like using the ruby beads, actually. It's a little bit wonky at the back, but that's just the nature of how it connected. That's fine. You're not going to see the back, but that is her crown. And if I pick her up again, pop that on her head. There we are. She is crowned once again. Obviously, she has no facial features. I do kind of want to go in and put a little bit more hair on her because she does have a bald patch here. and a little bit here. So I might go in and put a little bit more hair on her, especially around the front, I think, just a little bit. But yeah, either way, I am not sewing that crown on. It's just going to sit on her head because she's not going to be anywhere. She'll just be on the stand and that'll be fine. Right, also, the other things that I have done is I have finished her mantle piece, which is here. So it's a really long cape. It's not a cape, but it is her mantle. So there we go. It's a really long piece of fabric that will be, I can't really, there we go, like so. Very nice. And I have also completed the little crown motif that's going to go, it's really cute, isn't it? That's going to be sewn to the mantle at the back. So there'll be a nice little crown motif on there. I have also done, let me find the pieces. I should have pulled these out actually, but I did not, did I? Usual story. So I have this little piece, which is going to be sewn to the top, I believe, of the mantle. So there. I might try and get a few of the spots showing a bit better. There we go. So that's going to go there. I also have a piece for the bottom, which I'm not going to be able to hold on very well, but there we go. So you've got top and a bottom. And I also have one of the sides. See if I can actually do this. There we go. There we go. So you get the idea of what it's going to look like. So there's one of the sides. I need to do the other side. And then, oh dear. There we go. The crown motif at the bottom. I don't know why I insisted on showing you how it's going to look. What's left to do? I need to do another one of these. This was extremely monotonous, which is why I got bored and went on to do all her jewels. I say all of her jewels. I've only done her bracelet and her crown. Don't ask me why I decided to flick myself in the nose. Anyway, I've done her crown and her bracelet. She needs a necklace. She also needs a red sash to go across her as well. And then I think that's it. Oh no, I've got to do her eyes and her nose. She's got a really cute button nose. Can't wait to put that on. And then I might, as I say, I might do a little bit more hair. What do we think? I feel like she needs, especially that bit filling in. That bit there, I feel like that needs to be filled in. We can't have her going bald, can we? Oh, and I've got to do her earrings because she's got these really cute little ears. Can you see those? They are just adorable, cute little ears. So yeah, she's got to have her little earrings as well. And then I think that's it. I've got the book here. I don't know why I'm trying to figure out if I've done it all. So the sash, yeah, I need to do the sash. I need to do another edge piece. I've got to do the earrings. That's 2 earrings. Yes. And then I've got to do the necklace. And then I've got to sew everything up. I believe I am crocheting these bits to the mantle. I believe that's it. Oh, one thing I have changed actually. In the pattern, this piece, these edge pieces, it tells you to do these charcoal pieces at the start of a certain round. But if I was doing it at the start of a certain round, let me show you. So you've got one here and then they sort of spiral. And I didn't quite like that because I thought when you see it, you're just going to have like a spiral every so often. So I've kind of just gone a bit off pattern and just dotted them wherever. I've done it on the same row as when they were needed, but I've kind of just dotted them here, there and everywhere just to give them a little bit of randomness. But that's the only thing I've changed, really. Yeah, it is the only thing I've changed. But yeah, I absolutely adore her still. And this is part of Martyn from Knit 365. It's part of his Doll-a-Long, Toft Doll-a-Long. And she's coming along really nicely. And I'm so, so happy that I took part in it because I was umming and ahhing about taking part. But then I thought I must because it's going to encourage me to get this doll finished. Nearly there. And I am so grateful because she's gorgeous. I love her so much. So wonderful. But yes, that is Queen Elizabeth II by Toft. All right. So, oh gosh, no, don't fall over. Oh, saved. I'm going to have a quick drink. That was quite stressful. Not that she'd break or anything. She's made of yarn. Oh, I do have weird thoughts sometimes. Apologies if you heard the slurp, but I like to slurp. Right. On to the next section, which is cast-ons. I do have one. I know, yeah, I know. But I am, as I've said, pretty much every podcast and every month end, I am trying to use my stash this year. I have so many lovely yarns that just need to be used. When you see my month end wrap up for March, I have a lot more plans than there have been so far. And that's purely because I have yarns that I really, really want to use. And also that I've come across some patterns that are absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, I'm trying to start projects with yarn, because the problem is it's not the whips that's the problem, it's the fact that I have too much unmade stuff. So yeah, I wasn't too bothered about casting this on. I thought it was going to take me no time at all. I think it would have taken me no time at all if I hadn't got stuck. So without further ado, these are my first ever crocheted pair of socks. I say pair, it's just one at the minute. Here it is. Oops, there we are. A bit more slack. So this is what I've got so far. This is the toe. As you can see, it's in a slightly different colour. And then the body of the sock is in this lovely variegated yarn. So before I tell you the pattern, I am using yarn from the absolutely lovely Siobhan's Crafts. The lovely variegated skein is called, oh dear, wait. I think it's called, oh yeah, it's called Midnight Sky. It is in DK weight yarn. I don't really use DK weight, but it's not that I don't use it, I do. It's just I tend to lean more towards fingering weight. I don't know why, because DK is lovely and this colourway is just gorgeous. This was part of a mystery set that I got. So I got that yarn and then I got this lovely yarn as well. This was 50 grams and this was, does this have a colourway name? It does, Lilac. And again, this is Siobhan's Crafts and that's the colour that I've used for the toe here. Just quickly while we're on this subject, this was the bag that I got with the mystery. Why is my brain pausing? It's like, whoa, computing buffering is the word, isn't it? This is the bag, the project bag that I got with my mystery bag, and it's a Got to Knit 'em All bag. And I think this was brilliant because it's a Pokemon inspired bag. And when I bought this, alongside it, I actually bought some Pokemon stitch markers from Siobhan. So the fact that she tied in the mystery skein bag with the fact that I'd bought some Pokemon stitch markers, I thought was genius. So thank you, Siobhan. If you ever see this, thank you. That was such a great call because this bag is amazing. But yeah, it says Gotta Knit 'em All. And as you can see, I wonder if that's Siobhan actually. And then there's a lovely Pokemon there as well. But yeah, that's the bag. I love it. It's perfect. She also put in some stitch markers in the mystery bundle. So there's a nice little purple daisy, purple or blue, might be blue. It's probably blue, isn't it? Yeah, it's more blue. And then this lovely little ball with some lovely green stars in. I don't know why I'm shaking it because it's not going to focus, is it? But that is that. And then she also added in a lovely little pin badge as well. How cute is that? It's just adorable. Sorry, Siobhan's Crafts, the pin badge. Lovely. But yes, anyway, back to the sock. So this is the sock. I really, really enjoyed the pattern. It's really fun to make. It's so cozy. I have tried it on. It's so cozy. But I need to do the heel and I am struggling. So the pattern is called Duvet Days Sock by So Happy Creative. I'll show you a picture of the sock. There it is. Gorgeous, lovely. It is a DK weight sock, but I am stuck. And I'm stuck because I am currently on the heel and I can't figure it out. So this pattern was given to me by the absolutely wonderful Michelle from Shell Star Stitches. So Michelle, I need help. I know that you have, Michelle does these socks a lot. It is her, I believe it's her go-to pattern for crochet socks. And I've seen on her channel many a times, I've seen her finish socks and they are gorgeous. And honestly, she makes them so fast. So I thought I could do the same, but no, I'm stuck. So Michelle, I would really appreciate if you could help me out because yeah, the heel I am so stuck on. I've tried it twice and both times I think I'm just misreading the pattern because both times I don't know what it ended up like. It was really weird. In my head, I know what it needs to look like. So obviously here is the heel. I know what it needs to look like, but I read the pattern and then my mind for some reason just disconnects and it doesn't put the two together and I'm just really lost. So Michelle, I would really appreciate if you could help me out. But yeah, that's where I'm at with these. As I say, this part I did really quick. I imagine once I've got it in my head how that heel works, it'd be fine. I mean, in my head, I kind of think I know how it works, but I just don't know how to put the words on the pattern together with how I think it should work. Maybe that's the disconnect. But either way, any help would be greatly appreciated because, yeah, I'm lost. Crochet is not my main form of crafting. I am definitely a knitter. I am very confident with my knitting. Crochet, not so much. I am definitely not a great crocheter when it comes to garments or accessories. So wearables for myself. Shawls and wraps, fine. They don't have to fit anything specific and it's generally flat. When it comes to things like this that need to fit, and yeah, I struggle. So yeah, any help would be greatly appreciated. But the pattern is Duvet Days Sock by So Happy Creative, and the yarn is by the absolutely wonderful Siobhan's Crafts. There we go, right. So now that my plea for help has been delivered, I can crack on with the next section. The next section is acquisitions, and I am very, very pleased that my lovely little Toft order arrived today, so I can show you. I have since placed another order with Toft, as I said I would, because in my parcel, this was the Easter egg parcel, so I found all the Easter eggs on the website and I ordered them, basically. 4 of them were physical items, so you had to pay for postage, so they have arrived. One of them was for was it the frizzle chicken pattern? That's a PDF pattern, so that goes into your Toft area, your Toft library. So that one obviously didn't get posted because it's not a physical item, but the others did, and they are here. One of those items was a 10% discount off your next order, and I have since used that because I thought I'm going to sneak an order in. I did pay extra for postage because I want it to come as soon as possible, so I know that it's here before we go away. So I did pay extra for postage, but I have ordered, what have I ordered? I've ordered Santa Claus. I've ordered the standard doll. Oh, that's the other thing. Oh, good news. You probably already knew this anyway, but I've figured out the toll. The Toft doll. Why did I add Toft and doll? Toll. Oh, weird. I figured out the sizings of the dolls. So this is a standard Toft doll. The dolls I made for Christmas, the Advent, they were the small Toft dolls, and then they also do large Toft dolls. And I think I got confused because I was looking at the large dolls and thinking, should I? And that's what made me think that this was the medium sized, but it's not. It's just the standard doll size. So mystery, well, it wasn't a mystery. It was a mystery to me. It probably wasn't to you because you're all probably saying, Emily, it's a standard doll size. There is no medium. But I suppose it could be looked at in that way. But anyway, standard size. So I have since ordered the standard size Santa Claus doll to go along with my Mrs. Claus doll. I was umming and ahhing as to whether to go for the standard, so the typical Santa Claus style that we would know in the UK, or whether to go for the more folklore looking Santa that was like a really nice coat and it was really fluffy around the edges, was lovely. But I have gone with the standard Santa Claus that's standard to me to go with Mrs. Claus, just to have them together, if you will. So that is coming. I also ordered the yarn for the frizzle chicken so that I can take part in Toft's Crochet Along, which starts on Monday the 15th of April. That is running from Monday the 15th of April, and I believe it's running to the 28th of April. So I will be doing 3 make-alongs this month, which is just a little bit, a lot of make-alongs. But yes, so that, and what else did I order? I ordered something else. Oh, Santa Claus is coming with the doll stand. You can order it as part of the doll when you order the doll. And then I've ordered something else and I have completely blanked as to what that... Oh, I've ordered a 100-gram ball of camel yarn because I would really like to make Jane the pangolin out of the Edward's Menagerie book, the 10th year anniversary book. I would really like to make Jane the Pangolin. I think she looks gorgeous. So I've ordered 100 grams of camel to make her. So that'll be coming hopefully tomorrow, maybe Thursday. No, tomorrow is Thursday. Maybe Friday. So I may have it when you see this video. Well, hopefully I do, because I paid extra for the postage. I imagine I will. Right, anyway, without further ado, let's get into what I actually received today. I'm trying to remember what order it all came in, as in what order the eggs were. I can't remember what order the eggs were. Let me check. Hang on. Let me go back a page. Okay, so the first egg was the free PDF pattern, which was that frizzle chicken that is Calypso the frizzle chicken. So that is in my Toft area. The next egg was for this book, which is finally here. I'm so excited. I didn't have this book, so it was really exciting when I found out that one of the eggs was for 30% off this book. So here it is. This is Edward's Menagerie Birds, and it's just a bird book, which is, I've not even looked in it yet. Oh, lovely. Oh, it looks so nice. So a lot of these patterns are actually in the, I say a lot of them. No, actually, no, I'm talking nonsense. Am I talking nonsense? I think I am. Wait, do I see a kiwi in there? Wait. Ah, okay, so Gilbert the Pheasant, he is in here. No, Gilbert the Pheasant is this one here. He is in here. Who else have we got in here? This is not what you were asked for, is it? But, I do have Robin the Robin pattern, but it is in this book as well, which is good. And, oh, Margot the Swan is in here. Margot the Swan is this one here with the black duck legs. So a couple of these are going to be reiterating what I have already, but I don't mind that. Oh, Liz the Dodo's in here. I like that. I do have that kit as well somewhere. Honestly, I need to go through all my kits. Oh, yeah. So Ethel the Kiwi is in here. That's lovely. Is that? No, that's Henry the Raven. I thought that was the wood pigeon. We do have some wood pigeons actually nesting in the hedge at the back of the house. That's it. Okay, so there's not too many that are duplicates in here as to what I already have. But I mean, I wouldn't have minded anyway, because I don't have this book and it's nice. And there are a lot of birds in this book that I don't have patterns for. So I'm super excited about that. So that was egg number 2. Egg number 3 was that 10% discount, which I've used, and I've got stuff coming. I'm so excited. Then the next was 3 postcard patterns. Now I think from what I could understand, these patterns are the same for everybody. So they are these patterns. So this one here is a mini scarecrow, which is going to be great for Halloween. There we go. I don't know why specifically Halloween, but yes. And then we have these, and these are really cute. So this is a mini Valet black nose sheep. Oh, sorry, it's not even focusing, is it? There we are. It's gorgeous. So this is a mini version. I have got the full version, I believe. I think I've got the full version of this. That's a mini version. I definitely have a full version of this guy. So this is a mini llama, which is just adorable. So I do have a full-size version, and I now have a pattern for the mini version, which is great. In fact, I think he's in here, isn't he? I think he's Archie. I'm trying to test my own knowledge here. Is it Archie? I think it'll be after the Queen. There he is, yeah. Archie the llama. Yeah, there we go. Archie the llama. That's the full size of Archie. That's adorable. That's so cute. So I have those patterns now as well. And then the final item, the final 5th egg, was for this lovely patch. And this is Lou the Merino sheep. And I don't know if it's just me, but this patch feels super soft. I don't know if that's intentional, but there we are. That is Lou the Merino sheep. It's gorgeous. Oh, I love it. I love it. So those are my acquisitions for this week so far. As I say, I do have another Toft order that will be coming very, very soon, hopefully. And I'm very excited to show you. But as a reminder, there will not be a podcast next week. Next week, I will be releasing my month-end wrap-up for March. So that will be in place of my podcast. So again, The month-end wrap-up is going to be late, but the only reason for that is just so that you have a video next week to watch. As I say, unfortunately, my behind-the-scenes plans did not pan out, but that's fine. I will definitely be getting behind the scenes to you, but it'll just be at a later date, and as and when I get that Cotton Cuts Clue 3. Right, my apologies. I messed up the ending there, so I better redo it. Thank you so much for watching. As always, it means the absolute world to me. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful rest of the week. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful next week as well. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video.